the famous Lomax company. They've been touring the country over the last recent weeks, preparing for this premiere presentation in its full form here, in front of a very important audience. This is, of course, the holiday classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yay!
Jersey boys all the way.
There we go.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the hills, the reindeer were playing, enjoying their spills. While every so often they'd stop to call names at one little deer not allowed in their games.
Ha ha, look at Rudy, his nose is a sight. It's red as a beet, twice as big, twice as bright.
While Rudolph just cried.
What can I do? The things they are saying are true.
While most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, poor Rudolph's was red, very large, and quite shiny. But that night was Christmas Eve, and as he tucked into bed, although he was lonesome, Rudolph almost felt playful.
I can't wait. For Santa. I know I've been good. I'll just get as much choice as a good reindeer should.
So as night and a fog hid the world like a hood, he went to bed hopeful. He knew he'd been good. While way, way up north, on this same foggy night, old Santa was packing his sleigh for its flight. This fog, he called out, will be hard to get through. He shook his round head, and his tummy shook too. To keep from a smash-up, he said,
We'll have to fly.
Slow.
We'll have to fly.
Low.
just think how the boys and girls' hopes would be shaken if they didn't reach him before they awakened. So Santa gathered up his reindeer.
Come,
Vixen. Vixen.
Get hitched on a hurry, he said to the deer. You will find fog, a delay, and a worry. And Santa was right, as he usually is. The fog was thick as a soda's white fizz. Through dark streets and houses, old Santa did poorly. He really was worried, for what would he do if the folks started waking before he was through? Then Santa arrived at the home of the deer. The first reindeer bedroom was so very black, he bumped into a chair and nearly dropped his sack. But when he entered the next reindeer room, to his surprise, a soft glowing red light met his eyes. The lamp wasn't burning. The light came instead from something that lay at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all of history. Santa gently shook Rudolph, and then Santa said,
You'll save the day.
You said
and Rudolph broke out into such a big grin. It almost connected his ears and his chin. He scribbled a note to his folks in a hurry.
I've gone to help Santa. Do not worry.
So Santa went back to his sleigh, and Rudolph pranced out through the door, very gay. And he took his proud place at the head of the sleigh. The rest of the night, well, what would you guess? Old Santa's idea was a brilliant success. In spite of the fog, they flew quickly and low, and made such good use of the wonderful glow. It all went so fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away. When the sun woke the reindeer in Rudolph's hometown, they found the short message that he'd written down. They gathered outside and were they surprised and excited to find Rudolph riding with Santa and guiding his sleigh, the #1 job on the #1 day. They felt even sorrier that they'd been bad when Santa stepped off his sleigh and and to Rudolph he said,
Rudolph, you're so brave.
the crowd clapped their paws. And they started to screech.
Hooray for Rudolph! We want a speech! We want a speech!
Rudolph blushed and his nose shone bright.
And he said,
Merry Christmas to all and good night.
And that's why, whenever it's foggy and gray, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed who guides Santa's sleigh and shines enough light to give Santa a view of you in your room. And when they're all through, you may hear them call as they drive out of sight.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all the good